Hi, Stu Ward, ex-REME, just in getting involved with obviously the project. My unit they're using, so we've got ramps and stuff like that. It just makes life a bit easier for everyone to get the vehicles done. So they're all good to go when they depart on September, is it? Next September?
Right, so we're down here getting on with the project. As you can see, what the lads are doing at the moment is they're trying to get out a few bolts that are rusted in. Basically what we have is like a ladder type chassis on the Land Rover. So the body is completely separate to the chassis. What you have to undo is the bolts, obviously, to separate the two. Typical Land Rover, they've decided to seize themselves in, so the lads are using air saws at the moment to try and cut the bolts off. They've managed to get them so far out, but they won't properly come out, so they're just going to cut them. So at the moment, we're just trying to solve that so that we can get to the chassis underneath to replace the second part, which we've got down here. William, pan around and show you. So this whole section will sit like this on the back end of the Land Rover, and this section here will go onto the old chassis that we'll cut off, measure between the chassis, weld it in the appropriate place. Bit of an update on what's going on. So we've had a bit of an 18 montage on the vehicle so far. Here you can see Tom just putting the finishing touches on the engine. What he's done is he's disconnected the wiring loom, he's disconnected all of the hoses, the radiator, the air conditioning systems. He's just having a bit of a mare with the wiring over there because it's a bit of a jungle around this engine. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that when we lift this entire body off, we'll be left with just the chassis, engine, gearbox, axles, fuel tank, and that should be all that's left on there. There's always a little bit of snagging when you do this. You lift and you find something, you undo it, but that's what we're trying to eliminate, is as much of that as possible. The Defender, however, is a whole different animal. What we're going to do with that one is, whereas with this one we're going to use this lifter to lift the entire body off, the Defenders, they actually come apart in sections. So you've got this rear tub, which is, they call it a tub because it's essentially like a bathtub, and it is mounted onto the chassis, all kinds of wires and fuel lines, brake lines, all that kind of good stuff is attached to the underside of it. So what the guys are doing here is they're just putting the finishing touches on being able to lift this off, so we can essentially, because it's made of aluminium, we can essentially lift it off with 4 guys and put it on the floor in the space behind us, and that should leave us with a fuel tank, axles, gearbox, engine, and all that part of the cab that you can see with the windscreen and the 2 doors that Simon's just opened there. The idea is that once we lift this entire section off, we're trying to expose the rear piece of the chassis on here. So the idea of that is, as I explained earlier, we're going to cut that off and we're going to put a new section in there, weld that in, because the section that's in there is essentially rotten, and that compromises the structure of the vehicle. So yeah, that's what the guys are just doing at the moment, but by the looks of it, there's something down in that corner that seems to be holding them up. It's a shocker. I don't know about that.
Does it need it? I've never seen it, but this is not, what's the name, is it?
Right, so we're at that stage now where we've got the Defender in pieces and we've finished most of the final touches on the Discovery. As you can see, the boys are just pushing her onto the 2-poster lifts. So the way these work, unlike a ramp, they've got 4 arms. that we're going to place under the body at points where the body will balance on the arms, and the idea is we're going to lift the entire body, a bit like we've done with the Defender body here. We're going to lift the Discovery body off, and the idea is once it's off, we'll be able to wheel the chassis out, and then we'll be able to jet wash the chassis off, clean it all down, de-rust it, paint it, all that kind of good stuff. But now all we've got to find is that whether we've disconnected everything properly or whether we've missed something or anything like that. So this is the sort of snagging point now. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, 7 man-hours of mine, 7 man-hours of Tom's, taking all this car, so 14 man-hours in total to get this ready to lift off. We're hoping that we're there. And she's off, and as you can see, the chassis is in good order. Watch this. Rob, do your magic. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to look at putting in a new inner wheel arch there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's definitely need replacement wheel arches.
It's got to be better than doing all the tin work.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're also going to need a front slam panel, just due to the amount of rust on the front engine mounts.
Yeah. I'll tell you what else we noticed was the air conditioning condenser. It started to bow out down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I've been told that's a sign of overpressure, and I think it's worth replacing it.
Yeah, well, we'll have to get a new condenser on there and get some new pipes at the same time. So they're going to be they're going to be difficult to get off the alley.
Another bit of a milestone in the Discovery build. As you can see here, we've taken out the TDI 300 gearbox. The lads have literally just lifted it out of the chassis, leaving us with a nice clear scope to be able to steam clean, to be able to paint the chassis up in the protective coat that we're going to put on. We've just got a few more bits to take off. We've got exhaust, fuel tank, a few bits and pieces, and then pretty much it's steam cleaning and painting and let it dry and start the rebuild.
Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then please follow us on Facebook and Twitter